Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still with you and our continued topic with the United Nations General Assembly held in New York and the latest regards to the climate conference. And we're delighted to be joined over the telephone by Dr. Khaled Youssef, Kamel, Vice Head of the Faculty of Space Technology. Dr. Khaled, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, and it's my pleasure to be here with you.
Likewise, thank you very much, Doctor, for your time. And let me start, Doctor. This summit, this climate summit, is very important, and it represents an important step towards strengthening, the global will to really accelerate the pace as well as the scale of a just transition towards renewable energy sources, and also to help a climate-resilient global economy. How important do you see the urgency in this matter, Doctor?
Yeah, actually, this is important United Nations initiative for the part of what we call the climate justice, because all of us, we know about that the world has been facing a lot of troubles here and there because of the climate changes.
Yes.
And actually, what we need is the climate justice between countries, and this is the key topic on the table of these discussions by United Nations today. Regarding the topics that is being discussed towards the actions, mainly the control actions by the country that should be adopted, especially that as a result of the coups that is hosted across the last 27 times, still the actions is not up to the expectation of the world, and still there are increasing growth in the numbers and the figures related to the climate. So there should be a necessary more quick actions and more serious governance.
Yes.
And this is what is discussed in this summit and this conference. And what I see that the developing countries at that time has a good presence, especially through our Egyptian presence, through our Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and especially that we are leading the COP27. We were leading the COP27, and we had a very good talk about this.
Absolutely. Now, Dr. Khaled, how do you agree that this year's session of the General Assembly is of particular importance, as it also aims to enhance joint work towards the achieving the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals, which have a main focus on issues related to climate change and litigation related to climate change?
The climate change and the mitigation to the impact of the climate change, which is important, because the 17 goals of the United Nations still not yet 100% met or studied by the whole world. So we are now facing the mitigation of the results, the mitigation of the impacts, because the impacts is not only the global warming, the impacts is not only in the emission of the let's say the CO axis and the NO axis gases, which is the greenhouse effect. The impact touching a lot of things which is indirectly impacted, like the food insecurity, like the problem of the desertation, the problem of some, let's say, disaster that happened, like the one that happened in Libya. We all know about that. So the impact is there. The impact is now increasing. Tsunamis, earthquakes. So the earthquakes, for example, we might not relate it to the environmental impact of the climate change, but there is a relationship.
Absolutely.
So all of these impacts, we cannot control it. We try to mitigate these impacts through actions. So the action is we have standards, we have best practices, we put rules for governance across the world. So we need also to ensure and to govern this through audit plans, through audit programs, through investments by international banks, so we can complete the cycle of having a balanced ecosystem. So the ecosystem is not only in the mitigation plan. This is one of the key topics that was discussed. The action plan is important, but the most important is how to enable it. How to enable it through investment, through funding process, through helping countries working on these files, through how to measure and how to govern this using technologies, All of this is very important to be a part of the topic of discussion. That what is really discussed in this summit.
Absolutely right. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Khaled Youssef Kamel, Vice Head of Faculty of Space and Technology from Suwaif University. Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time and your insight and for joining us on today's edition of Cairo Local Time.